Hey guys, happy Sunday. So we are out and about this weekend. We have a long weekend. The kids are off on Monday for Mexican Independence Day. And we were just reflecting a little bit because we're coming up on our 12-year anniversary in October. And, you know, living in this day and age, we are bombarded with so many things that are just unhealthy for marriages. That's literally a setup, right? It's like the world is a setup right now for marriages. And we were discussing, like, what's the difference between healthy marriages that last and marriages that don't, really and truly. And what was that conclusion?
What was that conclusion? Nah, we was talking about it earlier, man. The biggest thing that we feel like is the key component to marriage is God. Now, like I said, these are our beliefs. So I feel like, well, the Bible teaches, I want to say I feel like the Bible teaches us that marriage was instituted by God. It said when a man leaves his father and mother, he joins with his wife and become one. Yeah. So with that, I feel like if God instituted marriage, why not have them in your marriage, you know?
And what does that look like, right? Because, I mean, you may have heard that said before, like, oh, keep God in your marriage, keep God in your marriage. Fundamentally, what that looks like is you yourself having a personal relationship with God, your spouse having a personal relationship with God, and then you coming together with God in the middle of the relationship. So you're seeking Him together, you're seeking Him separately for each other, on each other's behalf. Like, you having arguments, you having miscommunication, because that's natural. You're gonna have that in your relationship. Why? Because it's two imperfect people with trauma, you were born into sin, shaped in iniquity, right? You're trying to bring these two imperfect people together to have a healthy relationship. That is impossible without your creator. That's impossible without a supernatural being outside of you both that can help you individually grow and then help you guys grow together.
Yeah, and I think, did you say this already? Because we at the mall. We at the mall. For you guys that don't know, again, we in Mexico. I know it seems crazy, but yeah, to y'all people that's talking about, oh, Mexico this, Mexico that, we in the mall and we are at an ice skating rink, you know what I'm saying? So we're doing our thing at the ice skating rink. The girls, again, like she said, is out for Mexican Independence Day, so shout out to Mexico. But yeah, this is something that, again, God instituted, and I feel like it's for our good. It's some things that Nas has that right now, even in my 12 years, I'm still trying to reach those attributes. I'm still trying to reach where she's at with that,
and vice versa.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
So it's really important that when you do get married, that you guys are equally yoked.
And what does that mean? What does that look like? Again, I'm all about defining things. So oftentimes people only look at being equally yoked from a religious standpoint. And the reality is, you have to be in alignment on your fundamental beliefs. Like, what are your values? What are your morals? You know, and that comes to all the areas. They talk about the different areas in your marriage that cause divorce, right? So if you don't agree on finances, if you don't agree on how to raise your kids, if you don't agree on all of these things, then the chances of you being able to last in your marriage are very slim, right? Because it's hard to come together and make decisions on these things when you have totally different perspectives. But then,
yeah, I mean, I don't mean to cut you off, but that don't mean that your perspective won't change. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can come into marriage and you might think one way, you know, as you continue on, you know, you might think another way. But the thing is to have, okay, y'all getting something new. La Fiesta going in. But yeah, you might come into marriage and you might think a certain way, and then by the end of the marriage, I would say by the end of marriage. I'm gonna say by the end of marriage.
That's what this podcast is not about. We're talking about not divorcing, not going into the marriage with the mindset that it's going to end. The only way it should really end is through death. or when God comes back.
I'm sorry, guys.
We gonna have to cut it short.
We gonna get these mics right, man. I'm gonna get another set of mics. If y'all saw my reel, the mics fell in the pool, man. It fell in the pool, but
And our marriage withheld. It withstood that.
the marriage did withstand that. It did withstand that. But yeah, man, like, this is a short one. We just wanted to come in. I did think that before we leave, let's talk about covenant, though.
Covenant. So I'm real big on defining things and not just using words all willy-nilly. And the actual definition of covenant is a written agreement or promise, usually under seal, between two or more parties, especially for the performance of some action. So in this case, the marriage is a written agreement and promise between your spouse, yourself, and God.
So that's the thing. And that's just real. When you take those vows to love a person for better, for worse, sickness and in health, rich or poor, death do you part, it's a real agreement. And like I said, if I give you $1 million and I say, look, all you got to do is just sign this contract, would you sign it just haphazardly, or would you read the contract and make sure you know what you're signing on to? It's that serious. It's very serious, because this can be a matter of life and death. So I just want to encourage you guys, and also just thank my wife for 12 good years.
And many, many more to come.
Many more to come, and we're just thankful, man. So happy Sunday. I am going to put out that video about the car, because I really, really, really think you guys need to know what happened. My goodness. But yeah, man, love y'all.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. And you know what I'm going to say. Glory be to God. That's what it is.